Hi Cancer, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors. Still haven't lit your candle. Guys, this is your WTF reading for September. Many apologies that you did not get a August reading. I had so many problems with the electronics during the Mercury retrograde that in actual fact Spirit told me to pack it up. And they said just start again with the September reading. So that's what I've done. So what have I got to, oh god, that was the thing I just dropped. What have I got to tell you? So on the 17th there is a eclipse, and I think that Venus is already is moving into Libra, which is going to be fabulous. It's going to be brilliant for those romantic times and all the rest of it. But Saturn is still in retrograde, and it's in retrograde until the 15th of November. So just be aware that that makes us look at all of the relationships we've got in our lives. Doesn't matter whether it's a loving, caring relationship. Doesn't matter if it's a really personal relationship. It doesn't matter whether it's family, whether it's colleagues at work, whether it's bosses, whether it's a relationship with yourself. It urges you to look around you and to let go of those things that really we should let go of a long time ago. And it can even be the relationship with where we live, how we do our job, all of that sort of stuff. So Venus moving into Libra, the scales need to be balanced. But let me tell you that it's going to be such a much nicer time, but powerful because of the eclipse. It's going to be a bit of a wowzer. So for those of you, and I think the eclipse is in Pisces, so it's a water sign, so very emotional as well. So those of you that are water signs I'm going to say that you are going to feel really emotional over the next month, and that's fine because you're usually over emotional anyway. But you know, just be aware that you may be extra sensitive over the next 4 weeks. We are using, and I can't say this word, so please don't laugh too hard, the law of positivism. I can't say it. I've tried in every video. I've given up the ghost. That is by Shireen Oberg. She is a lovely lady. If you pop onto Amazon, if you like the card, this is the symbol of the Kurdish sun, because the community really have a thing about the sun. She explains it much better than I could ever do. So pop onto Amazon, find the deck, Law of Positivity. There is a video of this very beautiful, pretty lady who explains the whole thing much better than I ever could, because she created it. So go and have a look and see what it says, and then you'll realise why I've decided to introduce this deck, and I'm going to use it, I reckon, for the rest of the year. Still doing an energy card, obviously, but you know, there's a lot of dismal stuff out there at the moment. I've just thought, you know what, we need something positive. So say positive, I can't put the ism on the end of it without getting tongue-tied. That's the dyslexia. Before anybody says, oh, you need to do this, it's the dyslexia. It's the processing part of my brain. Doesn't like words that my brain doesn't feel need to go together. So there you go. Just looking at this, I'm like, what's wrong with that? It's only bloody laid itself down. It's an energy point. And it's laying on its side like that, like a piece of ice. Do you see that? Let's put it back up the right way. Let's draw some energy down where we need to. Thank you very much. I do love the flames. I'm in love with the flames, but I can't see any for sale anywhere. So if you know anybody that's got any flames for sale, let me know in the comments. Oh, that's nice. So Cancer, let's get an energy card for you, my darlings, for September 2024. This deck is the Seasons of the Witch. It's very pretty, it looks all glittery. The Seasons of the Witch. This is the Lammas deck. Yes, I know Lammas was the 4th of August. Quite aware of that. But because I had so many problems with the recording of things, I was supposed to use those in the second half of the month, and it just didn't happen. So I decided to keep them out for these readings as well. So lovelies, your energy is Tiger's Eye, Cancer. Look at that. A new path and opportunities for positive transformation awaits for you. Now, if you are feeling a little bit like unsure about a transformation, if you are kind of pushing back on that at the moment, go and buy yourself a piece of Tiger's Eye. You don't have to get very big ones. The little ones don't cost an awful lot of money. But go and get yourself a little piece of Tiger's Eye. Make sure it's genuine Tiger's Eye, because some of it is glass. Just make sure it's a real genuine piece of Tiger's Eye, because Tiger's Eye encourages courage. Oh, I like that. Encourages courage. So this new pathway and opportunities for positive transformation await you. It's only you that is stopping that from happening. What number is that? It's a 40, so it's a 4. This is a 20, so it's a 2. In my dreams, I find my answers. I think you've already dreamt this. I think you are already aware and have dreamt what it is that is going to change. And it may have given you that warning it's going to happen, but it also gives you that time to build up that fear. So let's have a look and see what the cards have got to say. What is this all about? So, my darlings, I've just got the name Alfie, as I said that. And for those of us that are older, will know that there is a song called What Is It All About, Alfie? I don't know if that's relevant to anybody. If it is, please tell me in the comments, because I don't very often get songs fed to me in that way. So, my lovely Cancers, that's what started your what the fuck. Facing your fears and taking your power back. Ah. Manifestation and wish fulfillment. Movement and journey for Cancer for September, please. What you can do about the situation. What's out of your hands for September? Okay. Reconnecting to your true self. Your outcome. Hold on, darling, somebody's just knocked on my door. Sorry, Cancer. I'm not expecting anything today, so that was a little bit of a shock. Anyway, we did your shuffle, we got your cards out. Wow. So September, darlings, what's starting September off is taking a break. Now, this may not be a break from work, it just may be taking a break from those thought processes that end up upsetting you. It may be just doing a meditation, it may be just using Dr. Shower to wash away what it is that's really driving you up the wall, but they are saying, ready or not, you are going to have to take a rest. I'm getting that your thought processes and how you've been thinking about things have burdened you quite a bit. And you're kind of in a muddle a little bit about your choices, options and blessings, or your blessings, options and choices. I can't remember which way around I say it normally. 7 of Wands are coming in. It's almost like you feel you need to put yourself at risk in order to have the achievements that you want. It's not the case. All of those wands belong to you, all 7 of them. And my advice to you is, if something looks really risky and it's a little bit out of reach, pick the bottom wand and flick it off. Do not put yourself in a situation where you are taking such a massive risk that you actually don't know. This isn't about taking a leap of faith. This is, you do know what the end result would be if you took this risk, but you don't know the ramifications that would, and the far-reaching ramifications that would have for other people. So if you look at the card, she's standing on a stool over a fire. It's not the best thing to do at the best of times, but this is a fire card. This is telling me that there is a project or a plan that you really, really want to get underway. You really want to have those options, choices and blessings. Well, you've got them, but you've got all 7 of them. You don't have to choose one. You can take all of them. But if one just appears to be a little bit out of reach, wait until you feel safe enough in snatching that, or flick it down with a lower one. But you really do need to have a rest and think about what it is that you want and where it's going to take you. Let's not have any accidents in September. Let's take a break from that shit. There is something quite passionate about this. It gets your heart racing. It gets your mouth dry. It could even give you a headache at times because it is so deeply passionate. And with you being an emotional person as well, on top of that, it's an explosion waiting to happen. So they're saying, take a time out, relax, chillax, make sure that the perspective you've got of this is more realistic than what you've been running with recently. Wow. It's the opportunity and the pathway's there, isn't it? Oh. Wonder why that came out like that. Queen of Wands. Face your fears, taking your power back. Now, facing your fears, as soon as I laid this down, I kind of got, okay, you don't know your power. You don't know the magic that you hold. This is Master Manifestor, by the way. She is the Queen of Fire. She is going to be Aries, Leo or Sag if you are involved with a fire sign. And I don't just mean sort of like involved in love. I mean sort of like a fire sign within your life, because what you'll see with that fire sign is they are so fucking confident. They set their mind to something and they just achieve it. That's what they do. That is what they do. And I guess that your fear is that you're not going to be able to do what they do because you're not a fire sign. Yes, you can. You can. This is telling me that you are a master manifestor. You've got this magic. It could be that you've got fire somewhere predominant in your chart, either rising, moon sign, even north node. So go and have a look. I've put in Astrology Cafe below. It's free of charge to do your birth chart. Absolutely brilliant. I use the site all the time. So just know that there is magic in everything you do. So facing your fear that you have not got this ability is bullshit, basically. And taking your power back is allowing yourself to stand in that power. to take the realization that power exists within you. And once you get it into your psyche, once you've sat down with yourself and you've gone, actually, I'm magical, I'm amazing, I don't even need a wand, and I can just conjure things up. I don't need it. I'm me. I know I can make the magic happen because I've seen the evidence of it in times gone past. So again, my favourite thing, go back to a time where you managed to manifest, you managed some magic and things happened for you, and draw on that energy. That was positive, pure energy. Bring it forward and use it. Absolutely. So manifestation, wish fulfillment might maybe fucked, a little bit fucked with the Knight of Athenes. You're manifesting and you want results really quickly. It's almost like I want it now. I'm sending messages out. I'm sending them. But your impatience shows the universe you are going at your manifestations in lack. And when you show that you are going in lack, what you're going to get is very quick succession of the same shit you've been going through over and over again. Slow things down. Do your manifestations. And, you know, manifestations for me, the greatest way to do it is write it down. And I usually do it in one of my books that I've got, that I keep. I write the manifestation down. I look at it for the rest of that day, and in the evening I read it out aloud. And if I remember to do it, I read it out aloud again in the morning. But usually in the evening I read it out loud, and then I shut the book and I think to myself, the energy will catch up with itself. The energy will be here. I've got no doubt about that. So I can then release that and allow the universe to do what they're going to do. And sometimes we wait because the universe has said no. And like any child, we're going to stamp our feet and we're going to keep sending those messages. I want. You can't keep wanting. You've got to get off your BT and do something about it. So, thick, fast moving messages. These are quite cutting. He's got the knife up in the air, and I would normally say he's drawing energy down, but he's not. Where he's coming in too fast, too thick, too furious, that flame held up in the sky like that, he's actually releasing that energy. He's letting the energy go. And what this is saying, hold on to your energy. It's important because you are manifesting, wanting to stand in your own power, in your own terms. Fantastic. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Of course, it's a water card. She sits in the ocean barefoot because she knows the properties of the healing that can happen when you're barefoot in the ocean. When I went to Hawaii, and I'm not just name dropping, I did go, I loved it. It was one of my bucket list things, and my friend made it happen for me, which I'm eternally grateful for. I couldn't believe, just wave jumping, the goodness and the health benefits I got from that. I couldn't believe it. I looked younger, even without makeup on. I looked amazing, and I was like, the hell. And I go back sometimes and I look at those photographs and I think, it's the minerals and the magnesium. We're so depleted from it, so she knows the benefits of that, and she's holding a chalice because she doesn't give her chalice away. She fills that chalice with her wants and needs, her love, her joy, her happiness, all of that stuff that is so good in life. But she holds on to it because she knows that the only bit that she's going to share with anybody is the overspill. She holds on to that chalice, so if anybody comes into her life and then decides to leave her life, they're not leaving with everything that she's worked for and everything that she has made for herself. They're only going to leave with the residue. This queen is also the queen of diversion. And lots of people take this the wrong way. This queen will go off, instead of facing an issue or a problem head on, she will go off, she will think about things, she will sort it out in her head, and then she will come back to it, because the one thing that she hates more than anything is hurting other people or being hurt herself. So she is the queen of diversion. She diverts her attention to a better solution every single time that is going to benefit everybody. So although you've got this I want, you've also got this I want to stand in my power, I want to be my true essence again, I want to be me again. And the way you can do that is to honour your water sign. Go and walk along a beach somewhere. It doesn't have to be somewhere exotic, it could be anywhere. If you haven't got a beach close by, go and buy a bag of minerals that include magnesium. And the reason, and get flakes, don't take this, just put it in a spray bottle if you haven't got a bowl. If you have got a bowl, or even better, a foot spa, put that in hot water, warm water, and then sit down with your feet in that warm water, close your eyes and take yourself in meditation as if you are paddling along the beach, because all of those minerals, all of that magnesium will soak up through the skin in the feet, and then it will go to the rest of the body where it needs to go. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a bath, which I'm not, my first thing that I would say to you is go and go for a soak in the bath. You're being told to take time out. Go and have a soak in the bath. Get back into tune with who you are and honour yourself completely around your intuition, because water signs have got intuition up to the wazoo. And the reason I know this is because my moon is in Cancer. And I have to say that the times that I've taken the time to go and figure things out, which as an air sign, I don't normally do that. I'm normally like, let's just get this done. Every time I've taken that time out and I've honoured my moon, my moon in Cancer, things have turned out so much better. So just know that that is something you can really do to make your manifestations work a bit better for you. So, your movement, your journey, where the fuck do you need to be? Now, this is going to be twofold, because my normal answer to this is, why are you still fucking waiting around for something that's just not going to happen? It's not coming towards you. It's not the deal. It's, you know, whatever this, whoever or whatever this is, it's just not going to turn up. The other side of this is please be a little bit more patient and wait a little bit longer, because what you're expecting has been delayed. And the reason I'm saying that is because it says here, a new path and opportunities for positive transformation await you. Do not get impatient. For some of you, it is going to be, I've waited so long, I'm done. And that's fine. If you want to walk away, walk away. Nobody's going to hold it against you, because it has been a long time coming. But this card distinctly told me to say, wait a bit longer. Just a little bit longer. You know, it could just be the whole of September, 3 weeks. Who knows? Just wait a bit longer. It's on its way. Doesn't have to be a parcel, doesn't have to be a person. It could be a thing, it could be a feeling, it could be anything. But just wait a bit longer, because it is coming towards you. So what can you do about this situation? You have the number 1, you have the witch. Now the witch is this creature who asks us to go back to basics and learn our magic all over again. And I don't care what magic you perform. I don't care if you're a witch, a Christian, whatever. But it's all about how you perform it, how you deal with it, how you put it out into the universe. And what she's saying is keep yourself safe. Know that you are magic. Keep yourself safe while practicing your magic. But, this is the but, please work with all of the elements. Now, in other decks, the witch comes up as a magician. And very often I hear people say, oh, this is Aries. And I have to say, when I'm using the Good Witch Tarot, that magician does remind me of an Aries all the time. This person, on the other hand, in this particular deck, could be fucking anything. Because they've got earth, air, fire and water represented in this picture. It's all there. So I can't even say to you, oh, this is connected to this sign or that sign, because it doesn't make any difference at this point. They just want you to know that you are magic. You have got the abilities to do this. But you need to stand in your power to make this happen properly. Now, standing in your power and going back to basics goes hand in hand. Your power is never more poignant than when you go back to the beginning and you recap what you think you already know. Because like anybody else, we all get complacent about what we know and what we think we know. And when we go back to have another look, we go, oh, actually, I didn't see that before. And that may be the missing element for you right now. So just know that the witch is telling you, go back to basics, be safe. Simple as. So, my lovelies, you've got a walking away card here. Three of Athames. You're walking away from something. You're determined not to look back. And you're walking towards a door that's slightly ajar, but it's illuminated. So it is spiking your interest. It is kind of getting, oh, I wonder what's behind that door. And this is what the universe is saying. You can't help but do this. This is on your pathway. This is something that, you know, they've set this up for a long time. And now you're on the trajectory to actually do this. That's why they're asking you to take the time out. That's why they're asking you to notice your magic and be magic and wait a bit longer. Because it is definitely on its way. And it is you that is going to have to make that choice to do that walking away. Now, are you walking away from something, or are you walking towards something brand new? Have you got to walk away from something to make the room for the brand new? Or is everything okay that you don't need to walk away from everything, that this is a new opportunity coming through to you? Think about that. It's very important. So, reconnecting to your true self, Cancer. What is it with you? Honestly, anybody you think that you is a bloody air sign? Conflict. Conflict with others, inner conflict, allowing other people to become conflicted with you, and not really paying much mind to a resolution over this. So, coming back to your true self, what they're saying is, if you are in conflict with somebody else, your true self, Cancer, you know this, you need to walk away. You need to sidle away and go and heal under a rock. You do. That's what you do. You go and think about things. You go and work it out. And then you come back with a resolution. And it may be that you can't do this with this person. And the other person needs to go off and do their thing. And perhaps whatever it is you're in conflict about, eventually you will come back together over it, but not right now. Now, if it's an inner conflict, you need to understand where the fuck is that coming from? Is it your conflict, or is it something that somebody else has projected onto you? And that's why you're in conflict with it. It's not because you don't know whether it's right or wrong. It's because it's not yours. It's come from somewhere else. Again, release yourself from that. Be your true Cancer sign, the little crab, and go and sidle away until the coast is clear. I don't care if you do that. That's exactly what I would do. I'd be like, no, I'm locking the door. You lot can sod off. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. No way. So your outcome, you've got a little page of Athames. Now this little page is drawing energy down from the universe. They're being taught how to get that raw energy and then use it for good use. And the reason they're being taught that is they've got this little book that's got a lot of knowledge and wisdom way beyond their years. They've lit a candle for intention, and they've got the owl here that's overseeing the procedure, the knowledge, the wisdom behind it. But you've also got a full moon, which you're going to really love because you're Cancerian, that is illuminating that this is the right thing to do. So this little page brings in messages of understanding your thought process. Don't keep going at thought processes at childlike rates. Don't do it like throwing your teddy out of the corner. Harness that energy and use it for positive means, because the moon is illuminating something that you really need to know and you need to work with. But the pages come across, it could be somebody younger than you, but I do get that maybe this is your inner child that got really confused around what it is that they should or shouldn't have done within their lifetime, and now they're trying to unravel it. Perhaps you're seeing what happened to yourself as traumatic and you're trying to unravel it. I saw a really ridiculous video today about childhood trauma, and they were blaming people. They were blaming parents, they were blaming this, they were blaming that. And I sat there and I thought, but not all trauma is caused by another person. If you drop your ice cream at 2 years old, it's going to be mightily traumatic for you. But it's not your parents' fault, and they may have well gone and got you another ice cream. But the trauma of losing that first ice cream is never going to leave you. Then you've got the other traumas that come in that are nothing to do with your parents. It could be a teacher, it could be a peer. Childhood traumas come from all sorts of places. It could be that you lost a grandparent really early, or an auntie or an uncle, and that had such a traumatic effect on you that you kind of lost sight of your childhood. And what this is saying to you, allow the moon to illuminate for you what it is that you need to draw the energy down on. If you are working on some trauma, stop playing the blame game. Look at the trauma for what it was and work out the players from there. Don't allow a therapist, a counsellor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist to come in and start finger pointing, because they can feed in false memories. So don't let them do it. You've got to go to this as if you're just discovering it right from the point go. What was the trauma? You may not even remember the trauma that was caused. And again, those people have a happy knack of filling you with false memories, because you are playing their game. They want you to come out with a memory. What is the memory behind this? And it may be that you were smacked on the bottom when you was a kid by your mum as you walked past her because you've been a bit lippy. And it may have had a devastating effect on you. I'm not denying that. But don't allow people to put false information into your head. Unravel it for yourself. Do it safely. Do it safely. Because I get the feeling that maybe this is the door that is illuminated for you that you really need to travel through. You really need to take the time of the knowledge and the wisdom that you've used over lifetimes, not just this lifetime, but lifetimes, and allow the moon to illuminate for you what it is you need to know at this present time. Doesn't mean that it's going to illuminate everything for you, but what is it that you need to know? What is the bit that you need to work on? So what's hidden from you is the number 3. It's the Earth Mother coming in. Now, there could be a pregnancy or fertility issues around you. There's no mistaking that. However, when the Earth Mother comes into play like this, she is grounded, she is barefoot, she feels the magic of the earth coming up through her, and she is ready to birth an idea. She is ready to birth a creation. Now, she's got the cornucopia in one hand, she's got the staff in the other. She offers a lot of love and comfort, and above everything else, she offers a lot of abundance. So, I am going to say to you, it's still hidden from you what your outcome is, but it's not that far away. So, please take the time and wait. If you are doubting this, just wait a bit longer. You know, a few weeks is not going to make a drastic change or decision, and it could be so beneficial for you just to wait for those few weeks. So let's ask the angels and the ancestors for some knowledge, wisdom and guidance, please. Oh, look at that. Okay, my lovelies, we have got Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. We've been talking about your magic all the way through this. Master Manifestor, the magic over here. Just know that you need to unlock this magic within. Oh my God, you can make this shit up. In comes Mother Earth again. Feel loved and comforted. She really is trying to send you this message that everything is going to be okay. You are going to have everything that you need in order to survive. How beautiful is that? Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. You may well be right. Do not have the need to push it onto other people. Do not have the need to rub it in. You know you're right. Just walk away from it. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Do not let somebody come along and try to destabilize you. And Summer, bask in joy and light, and that is exactly it. Cancer, that is your reading for September, my darlings. Wherever you are in the world, please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.